In this video, I'm going to show you why a normal cholesterol test is worthless in assessing your risk for heart disease, unless you know how many LDL particles you have. This one blood test I'm going to share with you is the same test I have shared with my private nutrition group, and it has helped them better assess their risk instead of going off the standard cholesterol test we all get from our doctor. I'm going to share it with you right now. What might be news to you is that cholesterol is one of the most inaccurate ways of measuring your risk of cardiovascular disease. Yes, that is what we use as our go-to test to see if we are at risk for heart disease. Research is now telling us that the more LDL particles you have, the higher your risk for heart disease. In fact, using this model, people with the highest risk for heart disease were those with elevated LDL particle numbers, but low LDL cholesterol levels, which is what we normally test for. If those people just relied on their standard cholesterol test and the LDL number, they wouldn't have known that they were at risk. This test or panel is called NMR Lipoprofile, and it will not only tell you how many LDL particles you have, but also HDL particles, which is your good cholesterol. This blood panel can also tell you their size as well. If you have large, like buoyant LDL particles, think of like fluffy cholesterol, then you are at less of a heart disease risk. If those particles are small and dense, your risk increases. This blood panel can tell you this info. This alone makes it an excellent and inexpensive test. Fortunately, there are better lab tests like this one to evaluate your risk. However, your doctor has likely not heard of all these tests, and you'll have to request them. So here's what you need to do to reduce your risk of heart disease. Right now, you're going to do this. Click the button that you see here, and on the next page, you're going to sign up for this webinar where I'm going to share with you 4 other blood tests. I will go into detail on each blood test and what each one is measuring to ensure you have a complete picture of any heart disease risk. One of these blood tests can actually tell you if you have an inherited risk factor for heart disease. Click the button now to learn which test you need to ask your doctor to order.